Hey there, Pisces. I hope you guys are doing well. This is a Celtic cross for you. Feel free to message me if you want a personal reading. Please like the video if it makes sense to you. Yeah, this is a general read, and then I'm going to switch it into a love reading. So let's get into this for you, Pisces. With the overall energy here at the bottoms of the deck that kind of foreshadows everything going on here, you have the Nine of Swords in reverse with the Two of Wands. So in this period right now, Pisces, it feels like there may be an energy of restlessness in regard to something that you want to overcome, or some energy of wanting to push through. And you may need to believe in yourself a little bit more to take on this challenge, but it's still saying you can do that. Just it's asking for you to trust that there's a proper direction for you. Because I feel here it's like you're kind of this kind of like one foot in, 1 foot out energy is what I want to say, Pisces. And so it's like you want to do something, but you're kind of like needing to get past the fears to actually be able to do something for yourself. And I'm not exactly sure what this is, but we'll get into it. And so, you know, if that's a new job, if it's a new creative project, you have Wands energy here, which does talk about creative energies. And so it's like, if you want to do that, it's asking for you to put both feet in and move towards something, because what you've been experiencing has not been enough for you, and it could be better by doing something else. So that kind of foreshadows this whole reading. So at this very moment, though, the energy to begin this reading actually is the Six of Cups with the Sun, being clarified by the Sun, which is actually a really good combination. The Six of Cups indicates a lot of fond memories, nostalgia, happiness. It can talk about you know, childhood, children, joyfulness, good memories. It can talk about people also in our lives that have a very deep bond with us as well. They I guess we would consider them soulmate type energies. And it's being clarified by the Sun. So with the Sun, this is the most positive card in the deck. This is about being your best self. You know, it's about your spirits lifting, and, you know, it's like you're having like a certain energy of happiness and like newfound awareness of yourself. So there may be something here from your past that you are invigorating here and bringing life into, that maybe you've kind of let go to the wayside. I do want to say here you have Imagine, and this card is all about manifestation. It's about trusting what is for you will be for you, and you have to put your energy out there, but be available to what happens, be available to what comes, be considerate of that, and be concise in what you ask of the universe. You know, it's saying be mindful, you know, of what you're actually putting your thoughts towards, your energy towards, so that can be a clear channel and path for you to experience something returning to you. Be honest in that as well. You have honesty here. I can't expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And we'll get into more of that during our relationship love energy. But for now, we have this in a general sense, okay? And so it feels like there's an element here, Pisces, where it's like your spirits are lifting because you're realizing that you do have the ability to do something that maybe we haven't progressed in, or we haven't chosen to move forward in up until now. The obstacle here, you know, this is also obstacle, but also the potential as well. It's asking for you to be mindful of what's going on, just because it feels here that there may be some sort of like, if you're dealing with any type of like external forces, or you're worried that people are also doing the same thing that you're doing, it's almost as if like you need to take solace and not compare yourself to others, not compare yourself to the perfection that others have laid before you. You know, maybe you really look up to somebody or like what they do, and you're like, I wish I could do that. You can do that, but make it your own here with that Queen of Pentacles. It's saying, with the Queen of Pentacles, it's saying lower your anxiety in regard to how you feel you need to compare yourself to others, and release that so that you can have a structured way to move forward here. Because here with the Five of Wands, this also talks about like ego. It talks about competition, being in competition with other people. And it's like, if you have to be like a know-it-all about something, or if you have to be like, in competition with people, is it really yours? Like, drop that stuff, and have patience with yourself so things can properly grow. And that's the obstacle here, it feels like. That feels like a challenge, but it also feels like that challenge can turn into a really beautiful potential with the Queen of Pentacles here, because when you focus your energy on one thing at a time, you make beautiful things happen. It just requires you to focus your energy and be patient in the process. Here, at the root of this reading, this is what we need to like pay attention to. I mean, the whole thing, but with the Knight of Swords in reverse being clarified by the World. This is interesting because it's talking with the Knight of Swords in reverse. It can talk about pushing things too fast, or like trying to make things happen too quickly, but also being directionless at the same time. It's a scattered energy, and it's like, it often leads to things not being fulfilled. It often leads to situations where it's like the follow through isn't there, so if you've been dealing with certain aspects of your life where it's like you've had trouble pushing forward, it's asking for you to find a little bit more of a structured way to do it, rather than just like charging forward to make everything happen. You need to have I keep getting structured energy behind everything so that you can actually be successful in your endeavors. And the nice thing is with the World, it's about a new chapter unfolding. It's about feeling content in a situation, and like it talks about success and like, your opportunities changing for the better. It comes as a point of completion, though. It comes at a point of completion. And it feels here, whatever stagnancy you've been going through, Pisces, it's asking for you to trust in the process and allow good things in. Sometimes when we have a fear mentality here, because I'm moving into the Eight of Swords here, it's like we can hold energies hostage, or we are afraid to look at things through a hopeful way, because we're afraid that it's not going to pan out. We're afraid that things aren't going to be successful for us. So we hold on to this fear and we shut out the opportunities as they come. Here, with this it being clarified by the Three of Pentacles, this is asking you to face your fears and invest your time in learning. It's asking for you to, maybe keep to yourself at this time before you try to collaborate with other people. It's like, feel like you're in a better space within yourself before you make a decision to venture out into either a group collective situation, or especially with work situations. It's asking for you to learn more about what you're involving yourself in at this time, because maybe in the past we didn't do that to the degree that we needed to. We need to educate ourselves a little bit more here, especially if you're doing anything that has to deal with like your own personal business, or if you're contributing to a project that's important for your business. There's an education piece here that needs to happen for you, so that you know what you're talking about, and you don't seem to be coming from your ego. It's not being a know-it-all. It's being blessed with the information that's necessary for the situation, right? Here, this can talk about present energy, but it also talks about like the strengths that you have in a situation, or your situation at this time. You have the Page of Pentacles coming out in reverse, clarified by the Page of Swords. So it's an interesting energy, just because it talks about like lacking passion in a situation. It's like no longer having the dedication or passion to something, losing focus and losing interest on a situation, and like not being present with something. Again, we get this energy of needing to research, needing to learn, needing to educate yourself here. The Page of Swords it's all about research energy. It's all about trusting the information that you like, learning how to do things so that you can trust yourself in what you convey. It's asking for you to be open to things changing by like learning more about them. Okay, it is a card of communication. So maybe you do have to convey something, or maybe there's some sort of position in your life where you're going to need to have a certain type of knowledge. But I feel that that's something that's going to kind of like reestablish your connection and bridge the gap between the distance and what you've wanted to do and what you've been holding off on. With this upcoming energy, this is your future energy. You have the Hierophant in reverse, clarified by the Queen of Wands. This is interesting just because maybe in the past we've kind of gone along with what the status quo is, or maybe we've gone along with the type of education that we've received, and it gets you something, but it's maybe not enough. Here with the Hierophant, it's asking for you to be a little bit unorthodox. It's asking for you to buck the system a little bit. It's asking to have like an adventurous and a little bit more like rebellious aspect to yourself so that you can get things moving in a different way. This may have just been stagnant because we've gotten bored with a situation. The Page of Pentacles in reverse can talk about being bored in something. And with the Hierophant too, it's like you need to restore your faith in something, whether that be faith itself, religion, but you need to restore your faith in yourself, I feel here with the Queen of Wands. She shows up when we feel vital in ourselves, where we feel like we're running on all cylinders. It's an energy of, feeling very, very extroverted in the way that we present ourselves, It's confident energy, but this confidence comes through learning through your mistakes. And when we do that, and when we have an understanding of what we need to provide and share and give, that's when you can be assertive and be effective in what you're trying to go for here, okay? You may also have somebody coming into your life that is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, who may be a teacher for you in an unconventional way, that's coming here, where maybe in the past you've done things in a traditional way and it's been more conflicting because it doesn't feel like you have a broad enough scope. Here, you may be receiving some sort of like education, tutelage, being taken under somebody's wing, or just even a conversation with somebody where they're showing you how to do something, but in a completely different way. And I feel that that gets your confidence up because you're going to be able to see, oh, I've been doing it differently. Not wrong, just differently, but there are other ways to tackle this situation that actually make me feel more enlivened, that actually make me feel emboldened and ready to move forward here, because this is an energy of assertion, okay, being assertive. And that is also here with this Nine of Swords in reverse and the Two of Wands. Like, this is wanting to embark on a new endeavor because what you've had maybe hasn't been everything that you've wanted, or it could be better. And with those Nine of Swords, it's saying, I've been very much in my head about moving forward with this. I don't know how to do that, but I'm no longer going to hold myself back from doing that. So let me take advantage of these opportunities and learn from people that can help me grow because they're growing, look at their life, use them as an example. With the energy here of, it's like with this energy, this is I feel there's a couple ways that I read this. I see it as like what's inside of you, your environment, but also it's like what you can use as your like approach to certain situations as well. This can talk, you have the Six of Wands here being clarified by Ace of Wands. This energy is asking for you to push through. It's asking for you to step up to the plate and start to show your gifts and share your gifts with people, okay? Because basically you're going to, by doing this, especially in any sense of self-promotion here, we've got a self-promoting card here with the Queen of Wands. This is a lot of self-promotion as well. It's asking for you to have faith in yourself and trust in the process, but also you need to share your gifts with people, Pisces. You need to be able to share your gifts with people because whatever you're going to be involving yourself in, you're going to be receiving a lot of attention from it, okay? And then, with this Ace of Wands energy, it's just really trying to push forward, pushing through, especially on any type of like personal pursuits, creative projects. This is more creativity though as well, you know, so artistic endeavors, writing, you know, or any type of like, you know, entrepreneurial stuff. This is very positive here, because what content you put out towards people and to others that they receive from you, it's very welcomed. It's very appreciated. It's very much like exactly in alignment with what they need. But it comes from you doing the research. It comes from you educating yourself on the matter, so that you're not just spitting things out like regurgitated information. You're not just like, blowing smoke out of your ass. Like, it's, you know, the information, you can share it in a very, very effective way. Thank you. So with what's coming towards you, you know, this is an energy of what's coming towards you, what you're not seeing at this time. You do have the Queen of Wands, and she is in reverse. She's up right here. She's in reverse here. This connection here, I will say, it may be short-lived, but you get what you need. And maybe you end up feeling like, I didn't get enough. I still need help from you. I need to learn more from you. That kind of comes through here for me. But you did receive from them. You did get what you needed. And those little building blocks that were shared with you are the building blocks for you to do the work to learn more. Okay. Either way though, it feels like you're kind of ending up in a place of, it's like a lack of self-confidence here, like where this situation requires you to be self-confident. Now we have a situation where it's like, I don't know if I have the chops. I don't know if I can, like, you know, trust myself to make this happen, you know, and being insecure enough to not move forward in something, where here with the Six of Pentacles being its clarifier, it's saying, give of yourself, look past the fear and give of yourself. You know, this is somebody with the Six of Pentacles. This is this give and take energy, but it's more give. But I feel here there's something where it's like you're worried about what you're giving out, like it's not enough, or it's like not supportive enough, or something. It's lacking something. And I want you to be able to feel secure in what you are giving out. Because here it almost feels like you're uncertain about yourself. You go from this like kind of, you know, spitting out facts that you've kind of researched to, you know, really needing to do something in an unconventional way. And then you get that education, or you get those pieces that you need. And then it's like it's like stage fright type of energy is what I'm feeling here. Your hopes and your fears. You have the Seven of Wands in reverse being clarified by the Six of Cups. So this is an interesting energy, just because this is talking about giving up on situations. You know, it's like feeling afraid to endeavor in something here, Pisces. It's like no longer wanting to be a part of a situation because, you know, maybe even from the past, you just start out with the Six of Cups. Over here, Six of Cups too. So there may be something where it's like, maybe you feel like you just don't have it in you to do this. And this might be asking for you to push past that. Look at your situation through honesty, not fear. You know, imagine what the potentials you could actually achieve could be if you put more education in it, if you put more energy and effort into it, you know. With the Six of Cups here, it's happiness. It's an energy of happiness. It's having joy around a situation. And with the Seven of Wands, it's not having that. It's feeling conflicted. Maybe you feel immature. Maybe you feel like it's just not enough. And I feel that there may be somebody that needs to kind of breathe that life back into you so that you can reclaim some energy of confidence here. But remember, this is just fears, okay? Maybe we have childhood fears wrapped around like wounding of like, oh, I can't get that done, or I don't have the ability, or I don't trust myself. You know, a lot of things can happen for us to not trust ourselves. So it's asking us to do the work to heal that so that we can have an opportunity really take shape for us that we create. And in the outcome, you have the Page of Swords with the Five of Cups. The Page of Swords, again, he's here. He is that research card. He is that energy of curiosity. You know, he's skeptical, but he's asking for you to be involved in things that require you to learn more information. Don't be resistant to feedback either. This is this energy here where it's like you might be resistant to negative feedback, or you might be afraid that you're not going to be received well by other people. When you educate yourself and you get things rolling in that regard so that you are a wealth of knowledge and you feel confident and comfortable in it, and like you can do it backwards and forwards and you know it like the back of your hand, that's what this is asking for you. It's asking for you to not wallow in worry and wallow in fear and abandon a situation. It's saying challenge yourself. If you truly want this, challenge yourself and don't sit there in sadness. Don't sit there in sadness. So I'm going to pause this really quick and actually, let me get a little oracle here. Let me ask this. This is angel cards. For Pisces, what can they do to help this situation? Okay. You have blessings in disguise. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. I don't know if you can see that over there. We'll just put it here. So, yeah, that is the general energy. I feel like you need to build your confidence up in regard to what you are going to be embarking on. I feel that there's a necessity for you to feel solid and at ease with yourself, Pisces. And it requires you to do some work, but that work pays off in really positive ways. So trust that and don't let your fears overwhelm you. I'm going to pause this and grab some water. I'll be right back for the love reading. All right, Pisces, thanks for your patience. All right, so let's get into this love energy, relationship energy reading for you. So with this, I feel here that you may be feeling like you could be dealing with a Leo, but it feels here that there's a deep bond between you that has been playing it's the thing that connects you. It's the one thing that feels like it is the solidifying energy. And it may just feel like there's a deep bond between the two of you, Pisces. But there's an energy here where it's like you may be feeling very frustrated in this situation because there's been fear about how to proceed toward or away. Okay, and so there needs to be a change here that you're wanting to figure out, or due to whatever circumstance, there needs to be a change in how this progresses for you. But it's asking for you to also remain positive in a situation. And I feel here with this person, there may have been some conflict. You may be somebody that either shows up in this person's life as like a caretaker, or you may show up in this person's life as somebody who is highly nurturing. But this situation and this person constantly leaves you in a sense of like frustration or anxiety, or like their ego is always in the way of any type of like getting to the base of a connection. It gets in the way of a situation here, Pisces. And it's like, it feels like you've given to that over and over again because you have a very beautiful heart. You love the connection and the person. And so in certain ways, you've looked past a lot of behavior. But with the Nine of Swords being here in reverse, it's saying that this has gotten to a point where it's like your anxiety to move forward in this is diminishing now. It's like, I feel that there's been something very anxious about what we have been involved in. And here with the Imagine card as well, especially in regard to relationships, it's asking you to be very real about what is in front of you rather than imagining how you wish it would be or could be. It's saying, what is genuinely in front of you? What is actually being presented to you, Pisces? Look at that, and see if that's something that you want to continue giving towards, just because here it almost feels like we have a situation where you've had to like kind of put your anxiety is a warning, right? It's a physical reaction and warning. But if you're putting that aside for somebody's needs or somebody's like, I almost feel like taking from you energetically. It's something that you need to be careful with. Here at the root of this reading, it's important to pay attention to somebody's behavior. You've got the Knight of Swords, which could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but it can also be somebody that, with the Knight of Swords, it's somebody that asks too much of you, yet in their own life they are scattered, they're directionless, they don't get things off the ground. It's like, but they can also be very forceful in trying to push things forward here. And here with the World, it's almost as if like this person is trying to add themselves into your experience for something new, but it almost feels here, especially with the Queen of Wands in reverse, it almost feels like, why is this person wanting to insert themselves into something deeper into our future here when we're just trying to figure out the now? Okay. Here with this Knight of Swords in reverse, I feel that this can also be somebody that is very argumentative, considering that we do have the Five of Wands right above it. Okay. So you may have a history of like difficult conversations or like argumentative, combative conversations with somebody here. The World is saying, what have you learned from this? And I like this because that Nine of Swords is in reverse. It's saying it's time to get rid of the anxiety. It's time to face your fears regarding this situation so that you can have a better outcome. But you have to be the one in charge to do that. You have to be the one to address it. And you also need to not feel guilty about your decisions and choices. And here, this is very much somebody that would guilt trip you. It's very much, especially with that Page of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, what? The stability? Like, you're challenging like their stability or their foundation. But why isn't that on their own? Like, they need to do that on their own. Here, it's asking for you, though, with the World to come to a sense of understanding that this is a new chapter, and to move forward into this new chapter, you need to feel solid here. And right now, it feels like to continue in something in a certain way, it feels as if like you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, is what I'm getting here, Pisces. In the past energy of the Eight of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, this is interesting just because it's being like not knowing how to move forward here. You don't have clarity. You have somebody that might lie to you. You have somebody that might just like manipulate your energy. So it's like there's some energy where you're kind of dancing on the toilet handle because you don't know what is what, and you don't know how to, move forward here. You try to connect with this person. You try here with the Three of Pentacles to invest in this situation with your teamwork and your effort and your collaboration here. But what are we truly investing in? Because we have somebody that is very flimsy in the way that they show up here, Pisces. I feel that there's an energy here that takes more from you than they do give back. And you need to address how much of that you're allowing to happen here, especially with honesty. Sometimes those types of interactions are a blessing in disguise because it's negative, it's uncomfortable, but when you get that lesson, you're like, oh, I don't have to repeat this anymore. I don't have to like be on guard anymore. Like, I don't need to take your BS. Like, okay, I get it now, So it's you learning through the process, but it's uncomfortable. In this present energy, what you can, focus on here, this is an energy of needing to pay attention to, like, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, I feel here that you're recognizing that the situation is no longer, you're not feeling the same way about it. It's like you're either losing your attraction to something or you're losing your life force with this energy. It's like you're tired of being with this situation just because it doesn't give back. All of the energy that you've given to this, it's not really been very reciprocal, it feels, and with the Page of Swords, there may be something that you're learning that gives that energy even more credence. Maybe it's something online that you found, or maybe it's some research you've done, or like some sort of conversation that you've had that really kind of just, I don't want to say sours it, but it just adds that extra, I don't like this. I don't like you when you're like this, but you're like this a lot, And with that, it's like it just decreases the level of desire you want to funnel your energy into with this. It feels like you'd rather reclaim your own energy and put your energy towards your own pursuits than kind of like bleeding it out onto this person who is scattered in their own right. Here, moving into the future energy, you have that Hierophant here with the Queen of Wands. The energy is one of taking charge, right? It's one of taking charge, and it's one of trusting yourself. You know, with the Hierophant here, it's asking for you to be rebellious in a situation. It's asking for you to take back your own power in a situation, especially if you've been like in more of a traditional role with somebody. It's saying, no, 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 that doesn't work for me. It may have worked very well for you, but it doesn't work for me. And it actually doesn't let me feel like I'm being my all, my very best. It doesn't let me feel like I'm running on all cylinders. It makes me feel depleted. So I'm going to do what I know I need to do, and I'm going to bring back my confidence here. This is gaining confidence now by kind of pushing something away here, Pisces. And the Queen of Wands shows up because we learn through our mistakes. We have those aha moments. We have that building of self-awareness because we learn through our mistakes. I'm not saying this was a mistake. Life lessons are not mistakes. They're lessons, and we get those lessons through a myriad of ways. But it's also saying you now get to take back your energy. You get to reclaim your time here, should you choose. You know, with that Queen of Wands here, it's saying you must be assertive in how you pull your energy back, okay? And with the Queen of Pentacles here and the Hierophant here, it almost feels like you've been a very safe place for something, for someone. You've been a nurturer. You've been the stability aspect in a situation. And here, it's almost as if that's getting turned on its head, Pisces. Moving in here to, you know, your energy as far as like a helpful approach to this situation. It's saying reclaim your time, reclaim your energy. You need to basically, here with the Six of Wands, it's, you know, it's living within the confidence of trusting yourself. This is it's realigning with who your energy is supposed to be for. I feel here that you've kind of been with somebody that's kind of drained your energy, and it's almost vampiric, it feels to me. And I feel here that no matter how much you wanted something to change or be a different way or have this person show up in a different way, they've been consistent in how they show up. And it's kind of like the proof is in the pudding energy. And so rather than imagining something to be a certain way, you're making concrete steps to actually have things show up in your life in a different way because you're showing up in your life in a different way with the Six of Wands and the Ace of Wands. I also will say this can, aside from this relationship stuff, it feels like you guys are involved in a situation other than the relationship where you have the opportunity to change your situation. You have the opportunity to change your life, especially if you guys are the creative types. Like, create, like, go crazy with it, go wild. This is what it's asking to do with the Hierophant in reverse. It's like, don't go traditional. Do what you need to do to actually make things happen in a completely different way. Be bizarre, be weird. You know, Pisces are great at that. You guys are like some of the most creative people in the zodiac, you know, just in the world in general. I think that Pisces, because of how you see and view yourselves, the world, other people's experiences, you have such a wealth of compassion, but also when you have structure, you help them grow because you go through so much depth within your own processing that you help people who don't understand those steps. You just give it freely. And so when you do that, you help progress other people in this world. You will be seen, you will be shining. And I feel here when you kind of like release this energy, I don't know if you're going to get rid of this person altogether or if you're going to change this situation because it hasn't been giving back to you. So you're choosing to give back to yourself, or at least that's suggested here. It's saying here, Pisces, you're going to be receiving a lot of attention from other places. And I do want to say too, for some of you, this may be also opening yourself up to the potential for physical attention and affection from other places as well. I don't know if you're in a committed thing here. The Hierophant is in reverse, so it doesn't really talk about massive commitment here, but I wouldn't want to be committed to this energy just because it feels like it's more of a suck than it is or a drain than it is reviving or fulfilling. Here, with what you're not seeing, and this is also, energy of what you need to know. Like, we have this Queen of Wands in reverse being clarified by the Six of Pentacles. If this is a person, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, this is somebody who lacks confidence. This is somebody whose their self-esteem is shot. And so they're always trying to drain from people. They're always trying to receive from people. They're trying to get what they can get because they don't feel fulfilled within themselves, yet they don't know how to fulfill themselves. Here, you're fulfilling yourself. And here, you've given from a place of self-fulfillment, but it's being sucked dry. So be mindful about that, Pisces, because this person, what you don't see, it's like more of this energy. But it's like, it just feels here with the Queen of Wands in reverse, like this person lacks confidence in themselves, and they're insecure within themselves, but also it's this egoic energy here where it's like we're still going to act like we're an adult and we know what's right and our ego's inflated and I'm going to treat you like crap, but I really need you. I need you so badly because you actually fulfill so many aspects of my life that I just don't even know how to do. And you make it effortless. It's easy for you, Pisces. Why don't you just not worry about that? Why don't you just keep doing what you've been doing and taking care of me, and I'll be happy and I'll say nice things to you once in a while. What is that, Pisces? That's not really a true relationship. That's a vampiric, parasitic problem. So be mindful. With the Six of Pentacles too, I will say, Pisces, the Six of Pentacles, it can talk about looking past the exterior, looking past like the thing that is in front of you to see the deeper meaning. And I feel when you give to somebody, that is where you come from. You give to them with this genuine energy. Like, I know you, I see you, warts and all. I see your flaws, I see your quibbles and your problems and your issues, but I also love you. So that kind of supersedes that. Here it's asking for you to be very clear and direct in how you view a person and be mindful of what is received back to you. Because with this energy, it just feels like you're being drained. Okay, I almost want to say money pit, but you're being drained. With your hopes and fears, you have the Seven of Wands in reverse. This is an interesting energy just because it feels like you're kind of toying with the idea of giving up. With that Nine of Swords in reverse, the Two of Wands, it's saying, I'm finally having some level of clarity where it's like, I want to get out of my head in this situation and I want to start taking action in this situation. But I also need to lower down my defenses here, because with the Seven of Wands, it's almost as if like we've been stifled, and the reasoning is like we don't want to enter back into something, or it's not worth fighting for, but we've been toying with that idea, or maybe not even toying, but going back and forth with that idea because we're not in a place of rest and peace with that idea. We're still like, should I give to this? Should I continue with this? Should I? Who's giving back to you with the Six of Cups over the Six of Pentacles? Are you dealing with somebody who shows up more like a child than an adult? Are you dealing with somebody who you have children with? Are you dealing with a situation and you've been dealing with it because you have deep feelings for a person and you feel like there's some sort of like soul bond that I just can't let go of? It doesn't feel like it's reciprocal. It feels like it's more of a drain. So this is hopes and fears, concerns, worries, whatever you want to put it as. But like, I don't think this will get better, Pisces. I feel like if you do remain in this, you're going to need to have incredibly strict boundaries. You're going to need to also see the situation and the person in a completely different way, because it doesn't feel like it can come back to you the same way that you want it to. It feels like you are taking care of somebody, or like you're fulfilling somebody's needs without them having to do the footwork. And that's not fair to you. So it's asking for you to be very clear in how you want to proceed here. Be honest in the situation. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Give yourself that honesty. Here it feels like you're dealing with somebody that kind of gives you half-truths, or their energy is so scattered where it's like they don't even know what to talk about in how to present themselves, especially when it comes to the core connection here with you. Imagine. This is about also opening yourself to the idea of imagining your life in a different way. If you're going to hold on to this connection, you need to prioritize yourself in a completely different way and restructure the situation in a completely different way so that this person is able to stand on their own 2 feet rather than you being mommy. Okay? Here with the outcome energy, you have the Page of Swords. So again, I feel that you're left in a very suspicious energy, or like not trusting a situation. But it also is a level of communication that is here. I feel here too, Pisces, that the energy is one of, I feel like you're afraid of abandoning a situation with the 5 of Cups. I feel like you're afraid that if you let go of the situation, you're going to be abandoning somebody. But it also feels here that with this Page of Swords, this is somebody that's resistant to feedback. They're very defensive about, like, you know, they can do no wrong in their eyes. Like, they're always right. You know, they're very resistant to any type of like constructive criticism, feedback. They will argue with you. They'll fight with you. They're childish in the way that they communicate. And it's almost as if, like, by pulling your energy away, then they see that as an abandonment. But you can't live your life worrying about if you're abandoning somebody. It doesn't feel like they've been present for you at all. It's like, what are you truly losing, Pisces? So I'm going to pull an angel card for that. Is that an angel card? No, this one. Show me energy for Pisces in regard to this situation. Life purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then purpose will serve you. What is your purpose here, Pisces? What type of energetic experience are you in? Also, bottom of the deck. Time to go. The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the adventures in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of new beginnings, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. Can we get advice for Pisces in this situation? Some added advice for Pisces. Yep, that's what you're dealing with. The Emperor in reverse, bottom of the deck, the Death card. I have a very deep feeling, Pisces, that this whole situation needs to transform in a massive way. But the person that you're dealing with here, Aries energy, the Emperor is stuck in their ways. With that Page of Wands here, the Emperor is stuck in their ways. They can do no wrong. They know everything, yet they act like a baby. They'll do whatever they want to get what they want from you and from others, and they don't give back. You're dealing with a very challenging personality, and they need to heal on their own. But I feel like the more that you give to them, the less healing that they actually do on their own. So just be mindful in how you go about that. I feel here that you guys deserve balance. I feel here that you guys deserve somebody that can provide, you know, loyalty and sustainability and kindness. And I feel here that should you allow this situation to end, by releasing those ties, you transform yourself and also make yourself available to beautiful things coming in towards your life here. You'll be seen for who you are. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope that this is helpful. And yeah, contact me if you want a personal reading. Please like the video, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.